Most skill trees force you to choose between PvP or looting efficiency. This one does not. This is the most efficient skill tree that I've found for winning fights and maximizing loot. No wasted points, no dead perks, and no late game regrets. I'll break down exactly why each choice matters, what to skip, and how this build lets you snowball whether you're fighting players or farming loot. The most important skill to have at the beginning of the expedition is going to be in-round crafting. You're going to have very limited resources and materials at the beginning of the expedition, so having the ability to craft bandages as well as shield rechargers is going to come in clutch. After that, I would start investing some points into mobility. This is going to help you traverse the map way better. 5 points into Youthful Lungs is going to increase your max stamina by quite a bit. You should follow that up by maxing out Marathon Runner. These skills are going to have a significant impact in your ability to move around the map. By this point, you might be running blue shields, and if you are, definitely put 5 points into Used to the Weight. It's going to have more of an impact on your ability to move around the map than any other skill in the game. Now's a good opportunity to invest in your ability to loot. I'd start by putting 5 points into Looter's Instincts. This is one of my favorite skills because not only does it let you loot containers faster, but also dead raiders. Then I'd put 5 points into Silent Scavenger, because why not? Then I'd put 2 points into Agile Croucher over Revitalizing Squat. The reason being is that the stamina regeneration you get is really inefficient compared to the movement speed you get at 3 points. The extra 2 points in Agile Croucher will actually make somewhat of a difference when moving while crouching. After that, go ahead and put 1 point into Suffer in Silence. It's kind of a useless skill, but you need it to get to Broad Shoulders. Then go ahead and max out Broad Shoulders for that extra 10 weight. After that, I'd go ahead and focus on getting Proficient Prior. Having the ability to breach doors and containers faster is really nice. It's a huge quality of life thing. It allows you to be more efficient with your time, so go ahead and put a point into Gentle Pressure and 5 points into Proficient Prior. Now is when I'd start specking more points in mobility for PvP. So go ahead and finish off Nimble Climber. The reason you put 4 points here to unlock Carry the Momentum is because Slip and Slide, Sturdy Ankles, and Calming Stroll don't really do anything positive for you. Even with the buffs to Calming Stroll, I still don't find it to be that useful. Slip and Slide really just doesn't do much, especially when you're talking about PvP. That being said, go ahead and put a point in Carry the Momentum. Put 5 points into Effortless Roll, 1 point into Crawl Before You Walk, and 1 point into Vigorous Vaulter. Effortless Roll just got buffed. You now have the ability to perform 5 sprinting dodge rolls compared to 3. Crawl Before You Walk is really useful, but I don't recommend maxing it out until later. Now move on to Conditioning and put a point into Blastborn, and then 3 into Fight or Flight. Then I'd go ahead and put a point into Unburned and Roll. This, paired with Effortless Roll, synergize really well with each other and allow you to perform 6 sprinting dodge rolls.
Hit 1. Little one's lower down here. 2 dead, 2 dead. Another one up.
Grab that guy!
Hit.
Jump.
Having an extra dodge roll when your shield breaks is insane. Then go ahead and put a point to a little extra. It's a useless skill, and it's more annoying than anything, but you need it to get to the next one. You're going to want to take a Loaded Arms. Loaded Arms paired with Broad Shoulders is nuts. It allows you to carry so much more out of a raid. Go ahead and put 1 point into Survivor's Stamina. It's not a bad skill, but it's definitely not that great. However, you do need it, especially if you play duos and trios, to get Down But Determined and Turtle Crawl. I would 100% max out Turtle Crawl, and then I'd max out Crawl Before You Walk. At this point, if you're not doing the expedition, then you're only going to have 3 skill points left, which I would put into Looter's Luck. Looter's Luck is really good when paired with Looter's Instinct because it lets you loot bodies and containers way faster. If you are doing the expedition, then you're going to have 5 extra skill points, which I'm going to add right here. I put 4 points into Down But Determined, Crawl Before You Walk, Down But Determined, and Turtle Crawl all synergize really well with each other, especially if you're playing duos and trios. With that, you're going to have 1 extra skill point, which I would just slam into Looter's Luck. If you want to lean more into the solo and looting side of things, then I'd recommend doing this tree. The core difference is that you're putting enough points into Survival to take Security Breach. You're not taking Vigorous Vaulter or Crawl Before You Walk. You're also not taking Turtle Crawl or Down But Determined, and you're putting extra points into Gentle Pressure. Here's the skills you're going to want to stay away from. Heroic Leap is useless and it really needs a buff. Vault Spring and Off the Wall are very niche. Ready to Roll doesn't really affect much. Vaults and Vaults isn't really needed because you're not vaulting that much, especially when you already have Vigorous Vaulter and Nimble Climber. I don't really think Traveling Tinker is that good unless you're going for Raider Hatch Keys to craft. Raider Scraps is whatever. It's Again, it's more niche. You get like extra bandages and stuff when you loot containers. Good as new is very niche. It's good if you use cloth and just farm the stamina regeneration, but other than that, I don't think it's really worth a skill point. Then with Stubborn Mule and 3 Deep Breaths. Minesweeper is useless, I think. All these melee skills are dog water. Like, I don't know why they added these. They're awful. Back on your feet would be a good skill if it got a buff, but as of now, it takes around 30 seconds for it to kick in, and the healing is very slow. Calming Stroll, they buffed it, so you regen stamina when you're ADSing, but just to me, it doesn't really make that big of an impact. I don't think it's that great. Sturdy Ankles, pointless. Slip and Slide does virtually nothing unless you're going down a slope. Make sure you subscribe for more Arc Raiders content. You can see this skill tree in action here.